Hey Thunder Bay, welcome to Giant Dreams Under Construction, the show that focuses on positive people in the community working towards building their dreams. My name's Kateri Banning, I'm your host, and I have a really cool special guest here today who's very young. His name is Ethan Hillman. He's 15 and he's a high school student here in the city at Westgate. Thank you for coming today, Ethan.
Thank you for having me.
Now, so Ethan, first of all, Ethan's interested in a lot of things, but Ethan's here today to talk to us, kind of tell us what it's like in high school nowadays. He's talking about his goals and what his dreams could be or what he's trying to work towards. So like I said, he's 15, so we get to hear from like what things are going on now. We had a discussion last night. What do you think of high school so far? What do you think of, like, even with your parents, like what they explain to you, and do you have those moments of you don't understand, or you're trying to explain things to your parents how they're different?
I think that school's very well going. Like, it really makes me think of learning and sorry, I'm really nervous right now. School's really good, and it really has brought a better perspective on the world and has shown that everything could be a lot worse than it already is. With history and all the things that we're being taught, it shows that we can move on forward in life and that things will always get better and we'll always learn a little bit more every single day.
So you're having positive experiences. Like you're actually very active in sports. I know you've gotten awards for baseball and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You're also, so we were talking on the way here too, as far as your goals go. You're interested in construction, you're interested in photography, you even mentioned the military. Why have you chosen, what interests you about those things, and how do you plan to pursue them? Especially because you're 15, so really you have your whole life ahead of you right now.
With all the schooling, there's a lot of classes that you can take and a lot of things that you can look into in the community where you can move forward in the knowledge of construction and photography. It's more learning as you go on a personal perspective more than a everyone's perspective kind of a thing, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
You can go into the community and look around, and if you really are interested in a lot of the things in the community, there's so many options lately coming out because everyone has a inspiration that they just want to show. And I think that if you have an idea or something, you should just be able to show your idea and express your idea, because if you didn't, then there wouldn't be no creativity in the world.
So that goes hand in hand with the construction where you can build and you can create. And you were saying too with the photography, like your perspective on why you would want to possibly pursue photography was, you said the world is changing. Like, can you elaborate? Like, what did you mean by that as far as your photography interests go?
The world's changing on more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? People are building over the beauty of the world with what they think is beauty itself, and more the modern beauty is construction. And I think that we should be, instead of looking forward in the modern day, we should be looking back into the past and seeing how beautiful it was then.
And so still frames, like photography, that's what you would hope to capture?
Is more of what's grown into beauty instead of what's been built.
And so what programs are available to somebody your age in high school or just in the community that would help you pursue something like photography?
Schools in Thunder Bay hold a lot of programs for like school photography or sports photography. So
I didn't even think about the sports photography. Okay.
So a lot of students can sign up if they're interested into it to look into all those things. I'm not in it personally. I'm more of a person who likes to explore alone kind of a thing.
Okay.
Photography is a thing anyone can do, and anywhere you can see on social media, people take photos of anything you want, and that's a expression of beauty or of yourself.
And that's a big difference also too, like when we didn't have social media, when, like, I'm not that much older than you, I like to pretend and think, but we didn't have things like that. So not everybody was a photographer. Like when I was younger, you literally had to go buy the camera and then go develop the film and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like you guys kind of have that as an advantage. Do you find that, is that part of why you enjoy it more, is you just have that ability, or is this just you've always been a ham and liked the camera?
I think it's the availability, because I'm not the person to carry around a camera with me everywhere I go. I'll have it with me occasionally, but I think the accessibility of having a cell phone and having the camera built into it is a very big advantage in just exploring the world, because you can be anywhere, and if you just have that right angle or the right thought process or creativity in your head, that you can just take photos anywhere, and anyone can do that, and that's what's amazing about it.
Okay, and so you now, like I said, you're interested in construction. There's the photography, and then you threw military out there at me, and I asked you like what your parents thought about that. But you actually spoke of, you mentioned that there's a pretty cool program regarding that that's available to high school students that I didn't know of, and that probably most kids and parents don't know of, as far as the military thing went.
Yeah, the military co-op. There's a co-op in the school board for grade 11 and grade 12. You take the co-op for 2 years, and I believe on the sheet it said there was a contract for 2 years. So after you do the 2 years in schooling, you do the 2 years afterwards in the military for working for the actual regiments.
And so you actually, but you get your high school credits that you would need, and you get the real world training.
Yes.
And so that it's kind of, it reminds me sort of like an apprenticeship. Would you consider it like that?
A little, yes, I agree. It would be sort of an apprenticeship, but it's more of a learning experience, or something to bring you to your thoughts on actually joining, because it's a really big decision on going in there, fighting for your country and showing how much you care for it, and that you can protect anyone in that situation.
And so, and you said that your mom, you know, your parents kind of, I would be scared too if my daughter or son wanted to go into the military, but is that something that might possibly deter you from pursuing that completely, or?
It makes it so I have to put more of a look into the situation, where I have to look into my backgrounds and see what I'd actually be putting myself into. Because if I don't look into that type of a thing, I don't know what I'm going to be putting myself out there to, and I don't want to be affecting my life in such a bad way where I can get hurt.
You don't want to make a bad choice, especially.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's a very smart way to look at it. Like, so we're going to stop right there. We'll come right back. We're just going to take a brief break. So thank you very much, and we'll be right back. And we're back with the second segment of Giant Dreams Under Construction. My name's Kateri Banning, and I'm here again with Ethan Hillman, who's a high school student at Westgate. You're 15 years old. We were just speaking about the military program that's available to youth now in high school. We were talking about the photography, and you're also interested in construction, and you're starting to slowly get into construction. I know you took shop class last semester, you said, right?
Yeah.
So what's available in high schools to students now, like who are interested in things like construction or trades? Like, what was your shop class like? Were you actually able to build, or was it here, make a keychain, or, you know?
With the shop classes that I've taken, there are 4 different types of shop classes. There's the construction, there is manufacturing, there's the welding classes, and then there's the automotive classes. So there's a wide variety of classes that you can take, and in a very long span of time, 4 years, that's a lot of time to
So
look
you guys
over
actually get to weld. You
Yes.
guys actually, like in your shop class, like when I was in high school, I don't believe that, like I went to St. Pat's, which I loved, but I don't believe that we had a welding shop. I know we had a woodworking shop. I know we had like drafting and things like that, but I don't remember, and I do know we had automotive. But so you guys are actually going to put on the welding gear and you bust out the MIG or the TIG, the arc welders.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's a whole wide variety of equipment that we have that really does make it so we can pursue what we want to pursue in life, and really does help us choose an option of what we want to do in the future with construction, or if we want to go into the arts, or if we want to go into any of that stuff, because there's a wide variety of not just shop classes, but of other classes as well.
And so with your shop classes, what was the coolest thing that you built last semester in your woodworking class?
We built a few drag cars, like out of wood, and they were all air powered, so that was pretty interesting.
What do you mean air powered?
They were like, we got the compressed, an air compressor, and we attached it to a module that like shoots air, and then we put a hole into the back of the cars, and it just shoots the cars straight forward, and we got to build them, and I thought that was really interesting.
Could you fit in the car? Or
No,
was it
we can't
just,
fit in the car. It's,
okay, so
yeah. Yeah.
But that's cool. I don't like. I took shop classes and things like that, but I don't remember doing so. I remember making key holders.
Yeah.
And so that's cool that the schools nowadays offer that. Now we were talking. So you're very active in your school. I've known you for quite a while. You're a very good kid. You do a lot of sports, and you guys are doing a musical. So you actually are taking on the lead of the musical. You were given that, but you guys are also building stuff for it, and the teachers, you were saying, are building a lot of the stuff for it. Like, you have a lot of teachers at Westgate that are handy.
Yeah, a lot of the teachers in the school are very handy, because with the shop classes, you have to have the knowledge of being able to build stuff. So,
are they getting the students to help build, or is it just strictly the after hours and volunteer work of the teachers?
Some of my co-stars are actually helping with the sizing of the equipment and all the props and etc. It's awesome that they're involving not just the teachers, but also the students to help build the play and help put together this big set that we have planned for the musical, which is very awesome.
And with the set, Westgate, is it the gym that has the stage in it, or how are you, like, where is this production going to take place?
It's going to be in the large gym of our school, and it's really going to show. It's going to be something different than most schools have set up, because it's not just like a normal stage. It's going to be a few ramps and stairs coming down from the stage itself, and not just going to be interacting with the stage and breaking the fourth wall with some of the lines, but we're going to be coming down off of the stage and talking with some of the people around us. And
But breaking the fourth wall, are you tearing down a wall in Westgate's gym?
No, we're breaking the character's like role as the character, and we're going to be talking with the people in the audience.
Oh, okay. I don't understand that term. I thought, for real, because we're talking about construction, we're talking about the stage setup. I thought you really meant that you guys are tearing down a wall in Westgate. So you guys are, though, building this massive setup. Like, I haven't seen the movie Xanadu, and when we come back from our break, we're gonna talk strictly about the Westgate musical. But I'm super interested. I'm curious as to the construction of how you guys are changing the whole gym around for this, because it sounds like it's going to be huge.
It's pretty exciting.
You're saying that we have companies in the community too that are sponsoring this and helping with the build of this.
Yeah.
That's actually that's super cool, actually, that companies care and are helping the high school students.
Yeah.
Does this happen often? Like, have you seen one of Westgate's performances in the past? Like, is this normal?
Yep, this is very normal. With the productions, we really like to go over the top with it, and a lot of the students have put a lot of work into the productions of it, and so we like to give them a lot of chances to express themselves with their acting skills, and it's really awesome to see them and how happy they are with how the performances, and it just really does change a lot of your perspective on how the school acts.
You guys have a lot of talent too. I know a few of I feel bad calling you guys kids because especially when I'm speaking to you, you're articulate, you're very, you're an intelligent young man. But you're the same age as my daughter, so it's hard for me to come out of that even and not think of you as a kid, which I'm sure that you face a lot, right? Like you have facial hair, you're 15 going on 20, right? Like it's I don't mean to, and I'm sure most of the high school students too are kind of getting sick of being called kids and stuff like that too. So I guess maybe I should watch myself with that.
We prefer young adults.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break with my young adult that I have here right now, and we will come right back and we're going to talk in depth about Xanadu and what Ethan Hillman has to do to bring the character of Sonny to life. We'll be right back. And we're back with Giant Dreams Under Construction. My guest here today is Ethan Hillman. He is the lead in the Westgate musical that's coming up in April, I believe, and it's called Xanadu. Now, for those of our viewers who don't know what Xanadu is, you want to give us just a brief summary of this huge production that you guys are gearing up for?
With what I know so far, the show is about a man named Sonny Malone, who's a inspired artist, and it seems like he's given up hope, but a girl named Kira, or Clio, as her god name is, she comes in to rescue Sonny to help with his inspiration of building a rollerblading or disco like place, like a museum of just a conjuring of all the arts kind of a thing. And it really does, it's really funny, and it makes me smile just to go into it.
So how many students does it take for this cast of a production like this? Like, because this is actually a movie from the 80s. Like, this is a huge thing you guys are taking on. How many students are playing roles in this or helping behind the scenes? Like, what is that like?
There's about 30 of us for the casting. And in the next few months, we're going to be looking for backstage to help with like the lighting and all the smoke machines and et cetera, and stuff. It's going to be really awesome to see all this come together, though. And
you guys we were talking in the last segment, you guys are building the stage, like you're taking over. You were telling me that it's not just going to be a stage that's up at the front and kind of like away from it. And you used the term breaking the fourth wall. So and you said that that's when you talk to the audience instead of at the audience. Like, what do you mean? Like, is that kind of from the movie too, or is that just a new take on this?
I think I haven't seen the movie personally, but in the script, that's what we have. We're going to be talking to the audience, and we're going to be bringing some of the people and have some answers. It's going to be awesome.
And you guys are doing a roller disco stage in the middle of the gym.
Yes, we're going to be having a circular shaped area in the center of the gym, just so instead of it being up in front and you guys watching, you guys are going to be first person and seeing everything.
And able to interact.
Yeah.
Is that a little scary for you? Okay, first of all, you're going to be wearing super short shorts. You seem like a manly man for a young man. You're going to be wearing super short shorts. You're saying leg warmers, and you got to be able to roller skate and sing.
Yes, it's quite the abundance.
What did you sign up for, Ethan?
I'm very nervous for it, but I'm also happy to be in the production, and everyone in it is very amazing, and all their personalities really does show the characters, and you can see through the people, and you can see the characters instead of the people. And
so you have to practice every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then eventually you guys are going to start doing the dress rehearsals on Saturdays, you're saying, right? And now you are very fortunate. You have Spencer Hari, or Hari, as your director and your producer, right?
Yeah.
Like, so for people in our community, a lot of people do know who Spencer is. He is amazing. Your school is very lucky to be working with him. He's a riot. What are some of your favorite moments with him? Like explain to our viewers like how cool this guy actually is coming
He's
in.
very inspirational. With I've had some troubles with some of the notes and some of the scripting, but he really does inspire me to bring the character out and just I be myself with his character, because I think Sonny and I have a very close resemblance.
And so when does this air? Like, you're going to be singing and dancing and roller skating with a bunch of your classmates. Like, when can we come and see this?
We're going to be showing it on the 25th to the 28th, around 7 p.m.
Of April?
Of April, yes.
Okay.
And it'll be just amazing. And I hope everyone comes out to come see it. It'll be awesome.
And you, do you know the ticket prices yet? So like anybody, we don't have to be a parent of somebody at Westgate. Like
anyone can come. It's
okay.
Perfect. I don't know the pricing yet. I believe it's around $5 to $7. Don't quote me for that, but it's going to be an awesome show. And
you, so you're not dating your co-star or anything like that? There's no behind the scenes Hollywood stuff going on?
I hope not. I'm not into drama, but other than the dramatic part.
That's a funny statement considering. So you're a sports guy. You're going to be playing Sonny Malone, you said. You're going to be rocking your short shorts. I still haven't heard you sing yet. I've known you for many years. I'm interested in hearing you sing, so I will definitely be buying a ticket.
Yes.
Are you actually, how is that, you're going to be doing this in front of your school, and you're going to be, you have a little brother. Are you, does it even cross your mind of like judgment, or are you just like, I don't care. I know I'm going to rock this. I know I'm going to be good.
I'm a little nervous for what people think, but that's before the production. During the production, I'm gonna put all that aside and I'm gonna just do my thing. That's all I want to do. Just rock my night, have a good night, and hopefully everyone else enjoys it, because it's a corny movie and it'll just be hilarious. Oh,
I can't wait. And Spencer's going to be there. You guys have all your teachers. It sounds like you're getting a lot of support from the community, so like that's really cool. And thank you to whoever the companies are that are sponsoring. Like things like this encourage students to pursue dreams. Like, oh my God, you guys are going to take over Westgate. Like, I think that's really cool, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. Is there anything like, to any student that might be considering joining drama or doing some of the things that you do, like what would be your advice to them coming from a 15-year-old who's living it right now?
I'd say just pursue your dreams. If you have something you want to do, just do it. What do you have to lose? There's nothing to lose around here. Judgment is just there. It goes and is gone.
That's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. I think you're awesome. I appreciate you coming to the show today and giving us like the 15-year-old young man perspective of high school and what's going on now, and for promoting this super cool show that's coming up, because there's 30 kids or 30 young adults that are putting a lot of hard work and effort into this, along with the teachers and volunteers. And thank you for giving them a shout out and promoting all of their hard work and effort. So what's the date again for Xanadu?
The 25th to the 28th of April. And I very much encourage everyone to come out and see it.
And make sure you cheer for Sonny Malone in his short shorts and his leg warmers.
And everyone else on the stage.
Thank you very much, Ethan. This has been another episode of Giant Dreams Under Construction. My name's Kateri Banning, and thank you so much for tuning in today.